Hi friends, we're back in our lesson study and we're still in the third quarter and we're on the third lesson of the third quarter. And this quarter we're looking at Exodus, and this week we're looking at a rough start. And yesterday we looked at divine eye, and we saw where Moses went to God about his dissatisfaction of how the Lord did not deliver them from Egyptian bondage, but instead their bondage was even more difficult for them to bear. Their labor was increased, and the treatment was much harsher than before. And we see where they were disappointed, the fact that they were not delivered. And so the Lord reassured Moses to let them know that indeed he will deliver them, and remind them that he is a God of their forefather, and he has made a promise, and indeed God will deliver them with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm. And so today, Wednesday, July 16, we're looking at uncircumcised lips, and we're going to see what that is. It said, the Lord had indeed given Moses some powerful promises about what he was going to do. Though that encounter must have encouraged Moses, his encouragement was probably short-lived. Even the response that he received from his people, given the response he received from his people. Read Exodus 6, 9 to 13. What happened next, and what lesson can we take from this story about times of disappointment and struggle in our lives? It reads, And Moses spake so unto the children of Israel, but they hearkened not unto Moses for anguish of spirit and for cruel bondage. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Go in, speak unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt, that he let the children of Israel go out of his land. And Moses spake before the Lord, saying, Behold, the children of Israel have not hearkened unto me. How then shall Pharaoh hear me? Who am I of uncircumcised lips? And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, and gave them a charge unto the children of Israel, and unto Pharaoh king of Egypt, to bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. So as we can see, what happened next is that after God told Moses to go back to the children of Israel and to go back to Pharaoh and to command Pharaoh to let them out of the land of Egypt, we saw where Moses was saying to the Lord, Who am I of an uncircumcised lip that the children of Israel will not hear me anymore? They don't trust what I am saying is so. Who am I that that Pharaoh would hearken unto my voice, right? But we see that even though Moses was now even more hesitant to go that first because of what happened, that he must take heart. Well, he did take heart, knowing that God spake, and whatever God said, he would do and he would accomplish. And sometimes, even in our personal lives, we're disappointed because things didn't go the way we expected them to, and we feel discouraged and feel like giving up and all of that. But here, God is sending Moses back to same Pharaoh whose heart was hardened against the children of Israel, and who proclaimed that who is the Lord that I should obey him. I will not let the people go. So he was proving a point that he is great, and that no God will let the children of Israel go, and instead he will show what he can do, and so he hardened their labor. So God is saying to us here, the enemy will always work, and we must expect that he's going to work extra hard to ensure that we are kept from the promises that God has made to us, and that we are distracted, and that we are overwhelmed with the pressure that he puts on us. But we must be encouraged to keep pressing on, because he's the one that is sustaining us, and he's the one that has made the promise to us, and he will keep us. Now we'll continue in the discussion. He said, the Hebrews are so disheartened by their grief, suffering, and hard labor that they do not listen to Moses' words of reassurance that God will act to fulfill what he promised. They have waited so long for it, and their expectations have not been met. Why should it be different now? They were losing heart and hope, which must have been even more bitter, because perhaps for the first time, for the first in all their lives, they saw real hope of deliverance. And yet, who hasn't been in a similar place? Who hasn't at some point felt depressed, disappointed, dissatisfied, even abandoned by God? Remember the story of Job? What about Asaph, a psalmist who struggled with his question regarding the prosperity of the wicked and the suffering of the righteous? Yet, regardless of his struggles, Asaph has one of the most beautiful confessions of faith. Yet I am always with you. You hold me by my right hand, you guide me with your counsel, and afterward you will take me into glory. Whom have I in heaven but you? And on earth nothing, and earth has nothing I desire besides you. My my flesh and my heart My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Psalm 73, 23 to 26. Through sacred history, God has assured his people that he is with them. He gives them his peace, his comfort, and he strengthened them to make it through life's challenges. John 14:27, John 16:33, Philippians 4:6 and 7. The covenant formula, I will take you as my people, be to I will be the Lord you wanted to have with his people. He said, the covenant formula, I will take you as my people, and I will be your God. Exodus 6:7 express the intimate relationship that the Lord wanted to have with his people. Think through the phrase, I will take you as my people, and I will be your God. Exodus 6:7. Though the context was corporate, how does this apply to each one of us individually? And how should this relationship be manifested in our daily lives? See also 2 Corinthians 6, verse 6. And it says, and what agreement has the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living God. As God has said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. So we see here where God indeed wants to make us his people. He wants to abide in us and want to shine through us. And so I encourage you today to invite the Lord in your heart and to take hold of his promises and to know that his word is, I want to take you as my child. I want to be your God, and I want to dwell in you. I want to shine through you. I want that covenant relationship with you. So as you go through the day, may you remember that God is with you, irrespective of what you're going through, and that he will keep you and he will uphold you with his powerful and mighty right hand. Have a blessed and a peaceful day.